Well, we flew right through the Flash trailer reaction. Now it's time to move on to the next one for the Superb Al trailers of the day, like Reactathon. Ooh. Let's move on to those space assholes, all right? Let's go. Who? Welcome to the Cinefanatics. My name is Robert Adams.
I'm Chris Adams.
And we've got another trailer to react to. Go figure. There's a big game going on. So moving on to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. We already got one trailer already. Good soup. We already had one trailer already, and we get a second trailer. I love the first trailer because it showed us like so much of what's actually going on. High Evolutionary, the whole origin of Rocket Raccoon, and a brief glimpse of Adam Warlock. I want to see what more they could potentially show us and how awesome it's going to look.
Give us quick shots of a lot of that stuff. I'm hoping in this trailer, excuse me, I'm hoping in this trailer we get a little bit more of the High Evolutionary since he's going to be the main villain of the movie.
Yeah, and like even I'm very familiar with the comics. I honestly don't know that much. He's such a mysterious character.
The most I've seen of this character is at a convention.
For the most part. I've seen him like in cartoons. He's popped up here and there. He was in an episode of X-Men the Animated Series. And it's really weird. He just likes dabbling in crossbreeding animals and humans.
He likes dabbling and dabbling.
Anyways, let's move on and see what this trailer is going to provide for us.
What goodies we get.
I'm going to tell you something.
Good music right off the bat.
Star-Lord. I formed the Guardians.
Like the chunky Groot.
Met a girl, fell in love. That girl died, but then she came back. Came back a total dick.
Oh, please. He left out some important information, but that is the gist of it.
I really like Nebula.
Yeah.
Oh. My sacred mission.
There we go.
Is to create the perfect society.
He didn't want to make things perfect. He just hated things the way they are.
I want you all to know that I am grateful to fight beside my friends.
Incinerate them.
We're always searching for a family.
Cosmo!
We found each other.
Are you ready for one last ride?
Is this a Fast and Furious movie?
Right? One last ride. Again.
We'll all fly away together.
Into the forever and beautiful sky.
Rocket enjoying himself a slushie.
Whoever it was that you were in love with, it sounds more like her.
Her? That's ridiculous.
Do not bring me into this.
What? Just never noticed how black your eyes were.
They were replaced by my father as a method of torture.
He picked a pretty set.
That's probably, I think it's the first time we've heard Nebula laugh.
Yeah.
Laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was actually kind of like a little freaked out when she was playing the football with Tony at the beginning of Endgame, and like he got her to admit that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime Nebula shows any kind of sign of actual like emotion and feeling,
Humanity.
kind of like me, it's really weird. So
Except you don't have pretty deep, dark black eyes.
I beg to differ. Anyways, my immediate takeaway on this, and it's surprising because it's not about Guardians of the Galaxy at all. I hope James Gunn's flair for really good music in his movies continues with the DCU.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see how he pairs some of that. And I'm gonna guess some of it may just depend on the characters.
Yeah, it's also going to be the movies that he specifically has a greater hand on too.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one, I mean, look, this just looks like a more extended version of the trailer that we've already gotten. It showed us a little bit more of the high evolutionary, like I was asking for, which, you expect that with the second trailer and everything. It showed a little bit more of, like, the interaction between the characters, a little bit more of Gamora, her coming back. It just looks like a little bit more of what we've already gotten, which is fine. Because, honestly, that's the thing with these Marvel trailers now, is you really don't actually even need to put out a trailer. We're just going to go see the movie anyway.
You just flash up a logo and a drawing with stick figures, and we're sold. How do you feel about this? Because this was also something that crossed my mind. Even, and I didn't mention it in our reaction to the Fast X trailer a couple of days ago. How do you feel when you watch a trailer for a movie that you know the movie itself is pushing towards the end of a franchise? Like, this one definitely had a lot of emotion and feeling like, hey, this is the end of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies as we know them as of right now.
Yeah.
There's definitely a feeling that something is being summed up, something's being ended. The whole talk of, like, going to this big bright light, which usually signifies someone's dying. But how do you feel that you see that in a trailer for a movie that you haven't even seen the movie yet? Like, the trailer's already summoning up, like, yep, this is it, we're done. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of gives you a good picture as to what the movie's actually aiming for. And I think for this one, it is, I mean, it's been very clear from the beginning. I think James Gunn's even made it clear from the beginning, like, hey, you might not get some of these characters anymore. Some of these characters might stick around, some of them might not. Reasons. So, we're kind of set up, and we have the foreknowledge going into this movie that don't settle in on the idea that any of these characters are going to be in another movie of some sort. How many of them are going to make it to Kang Dynasty and all that? So we'll see.
Yeah. Otherwise, it still looks good. Yeah, kind of like what you're saying. This is just kind of giving us a little bit more, maybe like a different perspective on some of the shots that we saw already. Yeah. There didn't really look like there was anything real new for us to ooh and ah over. It's just another trailer, just another preview for the movie. Same kind of stuff we've seen already.
Yeah, again, just giving us that hint at high evolutionary. That's it.
Yeah, and either way, again, we're very anxious for this. So, love the Guardians, love the direction they've gone with it. I'm all for, like, high evolutionary, Rocket Origin, Adam Warlock. Sounds fantastic.
We're also probably going to see this trailer airing before Quantumania. So
yes, there will be a trailer. Yeah, this trailer, and very likely it sounds like they're also going to drop a trailer for the Marvels today during the big game. So
stay tuned for that, because we'll obviously be doing a reaction for that when that pops up.
We're not going to react to that one. No, we're going to react to that.
Of course we are.
Anyways, yeah, we're reacting to all the trailers that have dropped during the big game. We've already done. What was the one that was done already that we just finished editing and uploading, and I completely forgot. I'm brain fried already because of how big this day is.
Flash.
Yes. So we've already done Flash. We did Fast X, like I said, a couple of days
I like letting him stew in it for a minute.
I know, it's so awkward. Thank you for that. Anyways, make sure you follow us here. We do all kinds of great things. We talk about movie news live Wednesday nights. Usually once a month we do a tier ranking called the Marquee. We're ranking movie stuff that you love, so come back and check that out.
Podcast.
We also have the Cinefanatics podcast. It's almost available everywhere where you get audio podcasts, and a video version right here on this channel. So come back for that. Hit like on this video. Make sure you subscribe. Ring that bell so you know when we're dropping the other trailers during this big game. And follow us on social media at Cinefanatics MLP on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow me personally at Robert Adams MLP on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, and youtube.com/@RobertAdamsMLP.
And you can follow me at Chris Adams MLP on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd, as well as twitch.tv/ChrisAdamsMLP.
That's going to do it for this trailer. Y'all have a great afternoon. We'll see you in the next one here in probably just a few minutes. So
stay tuned.
Bye. That's so awkward.
Did you hear my hand crack?
I did.
I'm old.
Mm-hmm.